The world cannot hate you, but it hates me because I testify of it, that its deeds are evil. It's John 7:7. I just want to leave a quick warning. I go through headlines every day, and there's just so many that are just so confusing, so fear-mongering, so many that just insult your intelligence. Like Dr. Fauci claiming he did not recall the origins of COVID after he lied repeatedly. We have government elected officials and some who are appointed by those officials lying to us blatantly all the time. The border crisis. Thousands of terrorists are infiltrating this country for who knows what kind of day in the near future, and they're going unchecked. 250,000 plus a month. That's what it's been the last few months. A lot of people on the most wanted terrorist list. You know, you got a high school in New York now that is sending kids home to learn online because their school is being used to house illegal immigrants due to the storms forcing them out of the tents they had built. This is the type of stuff we're being forced to accept. University of Michigan increases number of DEI positions to over 500. It's diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's all about including. Doesn't matter about, you know, your credentials or who you are, your integrity, your character. It's about what minority you fit into. And they're creating more and more subsections of minorities to put people in these positions, and you can't question it without being labeled a bigot or an anti-Semite or a racist or a sexist or whatever. And that's the point. They want to have eggshells everywhere so that you can't call out evil. John 3:19-20 says, "This is the judgment, that the light has come into the world, and men love the darkness rather than the light, for their deeds were evil. For everyone who does evil hates the light and does not come to the light for fear that his deeds will be exposed." To keep deeds from being exposed, they want to keep people on edge. They want to keep people quiet so they don't get called out for. They don't want people attaching a label to themselves, so they just don't say anything. I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to cause any rifts, so they don't call out evil. That's how these booby traps, all this fear and confusion being spread throughout the air, throughout the media. Satan is the prince and power of the air, keeping us on edge so that we do not expose evil. If we're going to be a light and the salt of this earth, we have to call out evil. We got to do it with grace and love and patience and understand that people are lost and confused, but we have to confront the evil or no one's going to ever know. So I pray that you take this. There's also a leftist pastor, Jim Wallace, who's releasing a book labeled Trump Constituents Evil. He's calling Trump and all his followers evil. Now, I'm not a Trump fan. I believe he's just another pawn in the big Roman circus that is playing out, the right and the left, the modern day Pharisees versus the Romans. But that doesn't mean everybody that follows him or trusts him is evil. But they want to paint that narrative so that all the conservatives who have been hoodwinked by the political jargon that uses Christianity and Christian terminology to get them in, wants to paint them with that broad brush. So we got to be aware of that. That's part of the evil. That's part of twisting the truth. It's part of ripping apart the truth and weaving it into the lie. So we got to be aware of that. So I pray this blesses you today. I pray you're aware and just be ready. Just be ready. God bless.